We're going to round out our education roadmap page with a section that features our three-column piece where you highlight over it, and we have a hover property just like on our index page. And it's going to feature the loan options for funding education. So let's tab over and get started. I have my education roadmap file pulled up, and I just need to jump over into the code here and select source code, and I'm gonna scroll down and look for that last section that I just completed, and it should be finished right underneath the Pell Grant. And I have two closing div tags that I'm looking for at the very end, right before that break class clear, before the footer wrap. So I'm going to place my cursor right after that closing div tag and hit the enter return key. And following the same procedures that I've done before with other sections, I'm going to type in a left caret and then add another break class of clear so that I make sure I have no problems with any kind of floating issues. I'm going to hit the enter return key, and we're going to start off with the content main wrap here. So it's going to be div class content main wrap. Make sure you don't select the wrap top, otherwise it'll position itself a couple hundred pixels below where you want it to be. And then right caret, enter return, left caret, /, and then move your cursor up and then tab in to indicate that you're nesting this in here. And this is going to be the div class content main, but this is going to, or content main contain. There it is, content main contain, right caret, enter return, left caret, and /. Okay, I'm going to bump my cursor up again and then tab in. Luckily we've already designed and styled these columns. We've used them before, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start typing in the div class, and these are content 3 call, right caret, enter return key, left caret, /. And we're going to have 3 of these, so I'm going to copy and paste these 3 down here. So I'm going to hit Control C or Command C, and right after that first close that div tag there, the closing div tag, hit Command V or Control V, and then Command V or Control V once again. Remember that we need to space these out, and we space these out by adding an ID to the middle column there. So I'm going to place my cursor right after that quotation mark in the middle there and press the space bar and type in ID, and this is going to be the mid call, so that way the 3 are spaced out nice and evenly. Next on my list is I'm going to just start filling each one of these out with content. So in my first one, I'm going to place my cursor in between and then tab in, and we have a element that we're going to put in here, so ahref. And I have this URL already, and I have it open, so I'm going to toggle over real quick to Firefox, and where I want to go here is this link that I have open and saved. I'm going to copy and paste it so I don't mistype anything, and then tab back over and then paste it in between those quotation marks. And after that, I'm going to place my cursor right after the quotation mark there, and I'm going to hit the space bar, and I want to make sure that this link opens in a blank tab or in a new tab. After that, I'm going to hit the right caret and then enter return key, left caret, /. And I'm going to move my cursor up in between there one more time and then tab in the H3, the heading 3 tag. And this is going to be the Stafford unsubsidized loans. So BIDIZED and left caret, /. Remember, the reason why we're putting this inside of the A element, because when our users hover over that box, we want them to be able to click anywhere in that box and it will click and go to that link. The next piece that goes into this box is an image, and I've already saved or found these images and modified them to the proper size, and so I'm just going to click image source and enter return to browse for those images in my images folder. And the first one is going to be the Stafford loans. Actually, the one that I want to put in is the Stafford. There we go, Stafford loan chalk, and click open. And the width of this, by the way, is 290 pixels wide by 190 pixels tall. I'm going to put in an alt key of the Stafford loan and make sure I get my cursor after that quotation mark. And I'm going to add a class. Remember, we did this before on our index page to adjust the margin spacing of our image. So I'm going to select image margin adjust there, and then / right caret. And then last but not least, we're going to enter in some text to go with our description here. So this is just a small description of what a Stafford unsubsidized loan is. So left caret paragraph, right caret, left caret /, and I have a little bit of lorem ipsum text ready to go here, so I'm just going to Command C or Control C when I have highlighted there and minimize that. And in between the paragraph tag, opening paragraph and closing paragraph tag there, I'm going to Control V or Command V, place my cursor after the closing paragraph tag there, and I have two more things that I need to enter. It's a left caret paragraph right caret, and then left caret /. And in between there, we're going to add the strong tag and left caret / to close that out. And we're going to type in maximum borrowed amount and colon there. And then we're going to do another one of these right afterwards, so make sure you place your cursor after that paragraph, closing paragraph tag, and then paragraph again, left caret /, move your cursor inside, left caret strong, right caret, and then left caret /. Move your cursor in the middle there again, and we're going to put in interest rate, colon. Okay, so there's my first one, and now I need to locate my second one. I'm going to place my cursor in between that middle section there. It should say div class 3 call with an ID of mid call. And I'm going to tab inside, and we're going to do an href again. And I have this one pulled up. This one is for the parent plus loan, so I'm going to toggle over to my Firefox here and then select that parent plus loan page, and then Control C or Command C out of that URL, and then tab back over to Dreamweaver and then paste that inside of the quotation marks. And again, I'm going to place my cursor after the quotation mark and then type in a space, type in target and blank and right caret, and then enter return key 2 times, left caret /. So now I have a space in between. I'm going to move my caret up into the middle and then tab in. This one's going to be another H3, and this time it's going to be parent plus loans, left caret /, and I'm going to hit the enter return key, and I have an image to insert here, so left caret img src, enter return once I get to the browse button, and I have that image already selected and created, so I'm going to hit enter return there, type in an alt key, and this is parent plus loans, and after that quotation mark / right caret. And let's see, oh, forgot that class right after that alt tag, so I'm going to move my cursor back into that tag right after that quotation mark, hit the space bar, and then type in class, and this is the image margin adjust. And move my cursor out of there again and hit the enter return key. And to save some time, I'm going to just grab the paragraphs, the 3 paragraphs that I created for the previous one, and copy those. So I'm just going to grab that whole section, hit Command C, Control C, and then drop that in there. So save time for our tutorial there. Okay, and then I have one more to do here, and I'm going to place my cursor inside that third one and then tab in, and this is going to get our A treatment again, so left caret A H reference, and this one is going to be the same link to our Stafford unsubsidized subsidized loan here, so I'm going to toggle that tab and then Control C, that URL in the URL bar, and then tab back over to Dreamweaver again, and then paste that in between our quotation marks. And then next I'm going to hit the spacebar and type in target, and this is going to be blank. And I did forget a couple of things on the previous two columns, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of that right now because I just thought of it. So after the target, hit the spacebar, and we need to type in class, and remember we need to add that call button to this A element. So then hit the right caret and then enter return key and then left caret /. We'll go back and add that class to the other two after we finish this third one. So I'm going to place my cursor up in between that A element and hit the tab key, and we're going to go again with our H3, and this time this is the Stafford subsidized loans or loan, left caret / loans, and then enter return key and then left caret image src and hit the browse key for this, and I'm going to go ahead and select this picture, this image for this one, and click open and space, and this is going to be the alt Stafford subsidized loan, and place my cursor after that quotation mark, space, class, and image margin adjust / and right caret. And then again I'm going to paste those 3 paragraphs to follow it, so I'm going to hit the enter return key here, copy that paragraph in there, copy that, and Control V, Command V, the paragraphs in there. Before I go and check this out and make sure it all looks good, I'm going to make sure I add that column button class to my A element to the other two. So I'm going to locate where that A element is in that second column, target blank. I'm going to place it right after that. So right after that blank quotation mark, hit the space bar, class COL-BTN, and then go back to the first one, right after that quotation mark after blank, space, class COL-BTN. And let's go ahead and save this and preview it in our browser. I have this up already in Firefox, and let's refresh and scroll down here, and there we go. So we have my content all set up to highlight our loans that we might have to take for our education in the future. Well, our next tutorial is going to focus on the BIS internship experience.